I came home after working a 24-hour shift. I was exhausted, but when I tried to unlock the door, my key didn't work. Then a text popped up, from my mother-in-law. We need $20,000 for our anniversary trip. That night, I had nowhere to go. I slept outside, cold and alone. The next morning, someone left a container of food on the doorstep. A note on top said, "Your dinner." It was from my wife. I smiled, not because I was happy, but because something inside me broke. I opened my banking app, closed our joint account, ended the lease, and drove away in the car I paid for. Later, my phone buzzed, 52 missed calls. The last one was a voicemail from a lawyer. "Please call us, you think you matter, that's your problem." I stood in front of my own home, shaking. The key still wouldn't turn. I called her, but her mom answered instead. "We changed the locks. She doesn't want to talk to you." I couldn't believe it. After everything, after working non-stop to support them, this is what I came home to. Then her mom said something that stunned me. "Send $20,000 today, or I'll tell her you were never the man she deserved." I tried calling my wife again. No answer, just voicemail. I knocked on the door. No one came. I sat on the ground, confused, freezing. A few hours later, the door opened. A hand reached out and set down a plastic container. Leftovers, cold spaghetti. A note, "Your dinner." Then the door shut. I stared at that container, not sad, just angry, quietly angry. So I made a decision. I closed the joint account. Cancelled the lease. I was the one who signed it. The car? It was in my name. I got in and drove off. No note, no warning. My phone lit up, 10, 20, 52 missed calls. But the final voicemail wasn't from her. "This is Lawrence Parker. Please contact us about your wife's legal matter." I smiled. They wanted to play dirty. They had no idea who I really was. I pulled into a motel. Wind held outside, but I didn't care. They thought they drained me dry. They thought I'd roll over and disappear. Wrong. I checked the banking app. All my savings? Gone. Groceries I never ate. Bills I didn't create. Gifts for her mom. Trips I didn't go on. A $3,000 vacation I wasn't even invited to. I was just a bank account to them. But they were about to learn the hard way. I logged into my work email, still active. I was a network engineer. I knew the system inside out. Then I tried her Gmail, same old password I set for her years ago. It worked. And what I found made my blood run cold. Messages between her and her mom, laughing about how they used me. Plans for their Paris trip. Her mom's message, "Make him pay for everything, he owes you." Worse, emails with their lawyer, Lawrence. They had a draft of a separation agreement. Her name at the top. Mine at the bottom. They wanted spousal support, half of everything I owned. They weren't just leaving me. They were setting me up to lose everything. But I stayed calm. I replied to the lawyer's email using her account. "I've changed my mind, please pause everything, I'll talk to my husband myself." Then, I created a rule to hide any future emails from him. They wouldn't be deleted, just moved. I'd set up the same feature for her before, let her wonder why he stopped replying. But I wasn't finished. I opened our cloud drive, photos, videos. Years of memories, except I wasn't in most of them. Just her mom, vacations I paid for but never went on. I found pictures of her with friends. With men I didn't know. Private messages. Flirty chats. Videos. All saved in a folder named, Proof. Then my phone buzzed again. It was her mom. I picked up but said nothing. "Hello? Are you there? Or just pretending like always?" Her voice was sharp and angry. "Stop acting like a child and send the money. No one cares about your little meltdown." I stayed quiet. She kept going, insult after insult. "You're nothing without us. My daughter wasted her life on you. You're a failure." I hit record. Let her rant. She had no idea I was recording every word. Another file added to my growing collection. When she finally paused, I spoke. "Are you done?" She was stunned. How dare you?" "No," I cut in, calm and steady. "How dare you? I'm done staying quiet." I hung up. They thought they broke me. But they didn't know who I really was. I moved all my money to a new account. Shut down every shared credit card. Had my pay sent to a different bank. I was free. But they weren't. By morning, I had a folder full of evidence, texts, calls, bank records. Everything showing how they used me. But I needed to see their faces. I parked a block from their apartment. I couldn't go inside, but I didn't have to. I had set up their internet, security cameras, and smart devices. All still linked to my account. One tap, and I could see everything. My wife was pacing around, phone in hand. Her voice shaky. Mom, he's not answering. What if he knows? Stop it, her mom said. He's too dumb to fight back. Just pretend you care. He always gives in. My jaw tightened. I tapped the speaker. Suddenly, my voice filled the room. Pretend you care. She screamed. The phone dropped. Her mother spun around, panicked. Who's there? What is this? I laughed through the speakers. It echoed off the walls. Did you really think I'd never find out? That I'd stay your fool forever? They froze, looking around in fear. I know everything. The money, the lies, the deal with your lawyer. I'm done being your pawn. Her mom rushed toward the door. You can't do this. I already did. Then I shut the feed off. Silence. My phone buzzed again. It was Lawrence Parker, their lawyer. I let it go to voicemail. Mr. Davis, we need to talk. I smiled. A cold smile. They thought they erased me. But now, I had nothing to lose. I sat back on the motel bed, quiet for the first time in hours. 52 missed calls. Messages I didn't bother reading. They were falling apart. Because I was finally free. But I wasn't done. I had it all, every lie, every plan, every word. Saved in a folder, proof. And I had one thing they didn't. A job. A place they couldn't touch. I showered, got dressed. And drove, not to run, but to return to the one place they didn't control. My office. My fortress. The office lights buzzed quietly above me as I sat at my desk, staring at lines of code on the screen. But I wasn't thinking about work. I was thinking about them, the people who thought they had beaten me. A message popped up. Unknown number. Lawrence Parker. Mr. Davis, we need to talk. What you've done has caused my clients great distress. Distress? That was just the start. I opened the folder labeled proof. There were messages between my wife and her mother. He's so clueless. He'll never see it coming. Audio recordings. He's a loser. We've carried him for years, and he never even noticed. Photos of my wife with other men. Flirty texts. A draft divorce agreement, written with Parker, asking for half of everything I owned. They thought they could ruin me, thought I'd beg, break. But they forgot, I know how to fight back. A security alert blinked on my screen. I pulled up the camera feed. There they were, in the lobby. My wife. Her mother. Lawrence Parker. My wife clung to his arm, crying. Her mom was yelling at the security guard. Parker looked nervous, trying to stay calm. My phone rang. Mr. Davis, this is security. 3 people are here demanding to see you. They're making a scene. I smiled. Let them in. They stormed into the glass conference room. My wife's mascara was smudged, her eyes red. Her mother looked furious. Parker followed, tense. Her mom snapped. You think you can shut us out? Steal from us? I leaned back. Steal? That's funny. Please, go on. My wife stepped forward. Let's just talk. We can fix this. I laughed. You mean lie to me again? Parker raised a hand. Mr. Davis, let's keep this civil. What you've done has caused my clients emotional pain. I tapped my phone. Let's be honest then. I hit play. The room filled with her mother's voice. He's a loser. We'll drain him dry. Her face went pale. That's fake. I played another message. Just say you love him. He'll fold. My wife covered her mouth. Stop, that's not what I. But it is. I opened the draft divorce agreement, half my assets, full support. I looked at Parker. You helped them try to destroy me. He looked nervous. Mr. Davis, I can't discuss client matters. Oh, but you already did, I said. You thought I was weak. Her mom lunged at me. I stood up. This is my office. Cameras are on. Your threats are recorded. You wanted a war, now you have it. My wife cried harder, reaching for me. Please, I didn't mean. I stepped away. You meant every word. You used me. Parker said. We can still talk. There's no need for court. I stepped closer, staring right at him. You wanted me quiet. Instead, I'm holding receipts. Every cent will be tracked. Every lie exposed. I turned toward the door, my wife sobbing, her mom shouting. Parker called out. Mr. Davis, we can figure this out. I stopped at the door. You had your chance. Now watch everything fall apart. I walked out, heart pounding, but not from fear. From clarity. I sat in my chair, alone in my office. Calm. My phone buzzed again. A message from Parker. Mr. Davis, please talk to us. This can be resolved peacefully. I smiled. They were desperate now, just how I wanted them. The office was quiet, cold. Outside, my coworkers typed away, unaware of the storm happening behind glass. They thought I'd break. They thought I'd beg. But they were wrong. The silence around me wasn't defeat. It was power. My phone buzzed again. Parker was calling. I let it ring. Then picked up, cool, calm, steady. Mr. Davis, please, they're a mess, they want to talk, settle this. Peacefully, I said, my voice sharp. Did they care about peace when they stole my money? When they laughed at me? He hesitated. They're willing to negotiate. I laughed quietly, the sound cut through the silence. They didn't want to talk when they were spending my money, using me like a walking ATM. Mr. Davis, they're broke, they're struggling. Not my problem. $32,000, full payment, no installments, no excuses, or I take them to court and expose every lie. Silence. Then finally, give me until tomorrow. I hung up, calm. They thought they had me, but they were the ones being hunted now. That night, I went home. The quiet felt good. I made myself a simple dinner, something I hadn't done in years. The sound of cooking, the smell of food, it made me feel alive. Each bite tasted like victory. The next morning, Parker called again. His voice sounded tired, careful. Mr. Davis, they agreed. You'll get the full amount. Good, and one more thing, make them sign something saying they'll never contact me again. Long pause, then a sigh. Understood. I almost felt sorry for them, almost. An hour later, I got an email. $32,000 paid in full. A signed agreement, no contact from my ex-wife or her mother, ever. I read it twice, it felt like justice. They thought they could use me forever, now they were crushed by their own lies. Later, I checked my bank account. The money was there, every dollar. But this wasn't just about money, it was proof. Proof I was never the fool they thought I was. Then the messages started. Her mom, we lost everything because of you. My wife, please just talk to me, we can fix this. I didn't reply, I didn't block them either. I let them scream into silence. Let them feel how powerless they'd become. Then a message from Parker, they have nothing left, are you satisfied? I looked at the words and smiled. Satisfied? I wasn't just satisfied, I was finally free. I replied with a simple, clear message. Then I leaned back in my chair, closed my eyes. Outside, life kept moving, but in this quiet moment, I had everything I needed. I wasn't their victim anymore. I was the storm they never saw coming. The next day, I filed the divorce papers. The clerk stamped them and handed them back. I looked at the document, my name and hers, separated by one black line. It was over. No more begging, no more fixing, just peace. As I stepped into the cool air, I felt it, not sadness, not pain, just freedom. But they didn't stop. My phone buzzed, voicemails again. Her voice, please, I was wrong, I love you, I didn't mean to hurt you. Her mom, we're family, you can't just leave us. I smiled and set the phone down. Family? Real family doesn't use you, doesn't bleed you dry and blame you after. The calls didn't stop, but I didn't care anymore. At work, I felt clear-headed, strong, I had energy again. In the mirror, I didn't see a tired man anymore. I got back into things I loved, reading, running, cooking. I'd forgotten how good fresh coffee smells, how peaceful Sundays could be. I filled my days with small joys they had taken from me. My wife's messages turned cold. You're heartless, we're suffering and you don't care. Her mother tried guilt. We gave you a home, is this how you repay us? But their home was a cage. I never replied. My silence said everything. One evening, a new message from Parker. They're completely ruined, are you sure you want this to continue? I pictured him in his office, trying to sound reasonable. I smiled, yes. They thought I'd stay broken, but I wasn't their toy anymore. For years, I believed I had a family. But I was just funding their lifestyle. They turned love into a transaction. Not anymore. I wasn't running from them. I was walking away because I finally understood. The only way to win was to let them go. Their silence was the most peaceful sound I'd ever known. I woke up to quiet mornings, no demands, just sunlight through the window. I explored new places, tried new food, laughed for real, for the first time in years. One day, I sat in a cafe, sipping coffee, and caught myself smiling. Later that night, I stood on my balcony, watching the city glow. I didn't lose a wife, I didn't lose a family. I lost the people who pretended to care. And in return, I got something better, a life that's truly mine.